How's it going, investors? I'm Ari, and welcome to the channel if you are brand new here. Now, for those of you returning, as always, it is just a pleasure to have you. As you know, this channel is all about value in dividend investing. Now, in today's video, it's a special one given Thanksgiving is upon us, and man, oh man, do I have a lot to be grateful for, to which I wanted to share with you in today's video just what my 5 greatest investments are and why I'm incredibly grateful for each of them. Now, 2 of which are more on a personal front, and the other 3 are actually 3 dividend stocks within my portfolio that have just been absolute powerhouses. Oh, and actually, before we conclude the video today, I'm going to be extending a special offer to each and every one of you that I want all of you taking advantage of if you're interested in beginning to invest like a pro. Now, just before we dive in, go ahead, tap on that thumbs up button for me. And of course, if you haven't already joined me on this journey, go ahead and tap on that subscribe button as well. Now, investors, let's get right to it. Now, some of you may have already noticed that I'm not in my usual studio filming today's video, and that is because I'm shooting today's video live from the office, which for me is the TipRanks new studio. And if you haven't noticed, in all of my videos, I have been utilizing TipRanks to showcase each and every investment opportunity to all of you, which is an investment tool that I could not be more grateful for as an investor. TipRanks, for those of you who aren't too familiar with it by now, is, in my opinion, just a fintech that is revolutionizing the investment world by leveling the playing field for investors across the board. Now, we use AI to analyze big data for all of you, and moreover, we're gifting every investor with some of the most cutting-edge investment tools that I personally use before executing on any and all of my investments, from checking into, say, hedge fund activity, as you always see me doing from video to video, to even getting an inside look at what insiders are doing from corporation to corporation. Now, be sure to stick around for the special gift that I have for you, because yours truly is here to gift you with a deal of a lifetime when it comes to TipRanks. But the real reason I wanted to actually talk about TipRanks is because it is the first investment that I am really grateful for. Not only has it been an honor and a privilege to work on the front lines to revolutionize the industry, but to be honest with all of you, it's that good old cliche of saying it's never working a day in your life if you love what you do. Well, here I am day in and day out with TipRanks and my entire team here, and I'm absolutely grateful for it. Not to mention the investment of the blood, sweat, and tears here on behalf of the entire team has simply just done wonders to ultimately, well, returning profits to investors like myself and all of you. With all of that said, let's now get into the 3 dividend stocks that I couldn't be more grateful for as a dividend investor, let alone an investor, with the very first dividend stock being Apple, ticker symbol AAPL, which is not only the world's most valuable company by market capitalization, coming in at $2.35 trillion worth of a market cap, but it's been and likely will continue to just dominate the industry for what I can only foresee as decades to come. Now, as of this moment, Apple makes up roughly 17.5% of my portfolio. I hold 114 shares, equating to about $17,000. But mark my words, guys, I will be adding shares of Apple to get this tech titan up to about 20% of my portfolio. And believe me, guys, the road ahead is looking good for Apple. Now, Apple at this time is trading for $150 per share, which is down on the year by roughly 17%. Its PE ratio is not exactly in that sweet spot for me at 24.3, but sometimes, guys, it's worth paying for a quality company just a little bit of a premium. And personally, with Apple, I believe it is the future. And we're about to get the AR headset from Apple coming out in 2023 and the Apple Car coming out in 2025, which I believe will be Tesla's most formidable adversary. Now, let's take a moment and just see what smart money has been doing here, and it shouldn't be too big of a surprise that hedge fund after hedge fund has been loading up on Apple recently. A matter of fact, we can see that smart money went ahead to increase their holdings of Apple by over 615,000 shares. Something even more exciting to note is that Apple has been seeing an increase in website traffic, just about 60% worth of more traffic compared to this time last year, meaning Apple's business is alive, well, and of course, still booming. Now, as for analysts, they are continuing to rate Apple as a very strong buy, with a target share price coming up to $180.70 per share. That's about 20% worth of upside to come. But Apple, as we know, not only delivers through on value in their share price, we are we're also going to reap the benefits of value investing into Apple with their dividend yield coming in at 0.59%. Next up, investors, you're probably already going to be able to guess this stock right off the bat when I share it is a healthcare investment. But the second stock that I'm most grateful for this Thanksgiving is Johnson & Johnson, ticker symbol J&J, which is, in my opinion, the most dominant healthcare company in the world with over 130 years worth of revolutionizing the medical industry through their pharmaceutical segment, medical device segment. Now, guys, from all of Johnson & Johnson's successes over the years, the company has been able to amass a whopping $462.29 billion market capitalization. And while it is certainly not discounted right now, in my opinion, it's up 5.79% on the year, trading for $176 per share with their PE ratio at 24.5. I want to be clear in just sharing with you guys that J&J should be the go-to investment for all dividend investors when you're looking in the healthcare sector. Now, right now, J&J makes up roughly 10% of my portfolio. I hold 59 total shares, but over the course of 2023, J&J will grow over to 100 shares within my portfolio, given it is just a rock-solid dividend investment that continues to return profits to shareholders, whether the market is up, down, or anything in between, which makes sense as healthcare companies, especially companies like J&J, are, well, seriously necessities for mankind. And talk about safety for a potential recession, no wonder hedge funds are also loading up on such an investment with over 59,000 shares purchased by smart money last quarter. As for analyst expectations, we also see a bit more of upside here with a target share price coming in at $178.71 per share. As for that dividend of J&J's, it is a dividend king, insanely reliable, coming in with a dividend yield at 2.48%. And as for our last dividend stock that I want to toss into the gratitude ring, let's talk about my go-to real estate investment trust. That's Realty Income, ticker symbol O, which shouldn't be a shocker that it's also a leader in its industry. After being founded in 1969, Realty Income has aggressively grown its portfolio to over 11,000 properties across the United States and into Puerto Rico, Spain, and the United Kingdom. Now, Realty Income is the leader of net lease solutions and has clients within their properties that are, in my opinion, just the gold standard of tenants. That's coming from someone who used to work in real estate. Now, their tenants range from Walmart, 7-Eleven, CVS, Home Depot. I mean, those are just to name a few. And since their founding, Realty Income has come to amass a $40.95 billion market capitalization. And rather recently, the market shook and Realty Income slipped up, whereas it is now down on the year by about 5%, trading for $65 per share. Now, I would say, given the high inflationary environment that we're living in, it wouldn't be the worst idea right now to just dollar cost average into a powerhouse of a REIT like Realty Income, which is why I'm going to continue to do just that. Now, at this moment, Realty Income makes up about 6.5% of my portfolio. I have 103 total shares worth of Realty Income, but again, I will be growing this position. Now, hedge funds have already been doing so, which should certainly deliver more confidence to us as investors. And as for analysts, they too foresee upside coming back to a share price of $68.07 per share. And what is more, as dividend investors with Realty Income, they pay out that monthly dividend coming in at a 4.56% dividend yield. Now, last but not least, guys, this fifth investment is actually into each and every one of you in this channel in and of itself. I want to thank you guys for being on this journey with me. I'm incredibly grateful for all of you. However, there is one special someone out there that I must share has been one of my biggest supporters, having not met her too long ago, but it's just funny how one day you can literally show up somewhere and meet somebody and then all of a sudden ask yourself, how in the world were you living before you met this person? Now, people in your life who make such an impact are to be invested in and cherished. So, babe, last but not least, and most importantly to me, thank you for making me a trillionaire as the strongest woman standing by my side. Now, investors, there you have it, just a handful of investments, if you will, that I am most grateful for as we literally trot into Thanksgiving. But I'd certainly love to know what you guys are most grateful for, and of course, the stocks that you couldn't be more thankful for. So drop all those comments down below to let me know. Oh, and of course, guys, that special gift, if you haven't noticed the screen behind me, guys, the link that you're gonna find in my description and the pinned comment, This is going to be the biggest discount you're going to see in terms of TipRanks, just literally giving away these investment tools. So truly guys, this is a no-brainer opportunity if you're looking to literally start investing like a pro and using these investment tools that I use. Now guys, just before we actually end the video, tap on that thumbs up button, help me grow this channel. If you haven't already joined me on this journey, I'd absolutely love to have each and every one of you along for the ride with me. So of course, subscribe while you're at it. Now investors, I will see you all in the next video.